Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome back everybody to our next solo character challenge of the Ninja number 15. So as you might be able to tell, this is a bit of a weird thing. I'm currently playing on console, hooray! And I ended up going with the suggestion by DarkJDL, who suggested that, well, I can't really use my Game Genie for the Super Nintendo because apparently it's bugged or whatever. However, what I can do instead is I can just make a save RAM and put it on my SD2 SNES in order to unlock the jobs at the beginning. So I need to start the timer. Start it. There we go. So basically, we're just gonna watch the intro just to have the correct timer. Also, I kinda like watching the intro, to be completely honest. And afterwards, we will go ahead and continue. Also, I think I just realized a thing. Hang on. Filters. No, this is actually technically correct filtered. That's okay. Alrighty, so what I will be doing is basically I get through the intro until the meteor crashes down, and then we reset real quick, just load one of the save files which has all the jobs already unlocked, and then we go. We already have determined the name for the character, the background color of the windows, and also we have determined what the class is going to be, and which character. Eversource SNES. I don't know what an Eversource is. You mean an EverDrive? I use an SD2 SNES for putting ROMs onto stuff, like one that I just manipulated here. Alrighty, so also quick introduction. I usually do an introduction to the classes when we get to it, don't we? Ah well. This is going to be number 15 with the Ninja. So the Ninja is actually really strong as a class. It's probably one, if not the strongest class that does not use a shield. Let's put it that way. Well, that's not true. I suppose Chemist is overall mightier to an extent. But with just raw firing power without much setup, Ninja is pretty crazy. So there's a few signature things about the Ninja, and one that you might not even think about when you have played this game that will be insanely helpful throughout our journey. So first of all, a ninja can use two weapons at the same time, just equip both and attack with both at the full strength. Unlike other games or RPGs, the second weapon in your hand is not weakened in any capacity, so you just have two full power weapons, which is literally twice as strong compared to any other character who can only equip one weapon. So that's really good. Plus there are certain shenanigans you can do with, well, for example the chicken knife, where you can completely avoid the proc of the chicken knife if you put a double lance in your main hand and the chicken knife in your offhand. So that's quite intriguing. But then the other signature thing of the ninja is of course the ability to throw. So usually in my playthroughs on games I've only ever thrown the ninja scrolls, which are just decently strong elemental attacks. They scale off of magic power, which we as a ninja don't have that much, but the baseline attack power of these is just strong enough to still destroy a lot of things. It's really good. But also you can throw other things, such as ninja only throwing items like the ninja stores or the Huma shurikens. And those deal a tremendous amount of damage too. But you can also throw other weapons, which will certainly have quite a bit of use. Also, hang on, I think my audio is gonna peak. Doesn't sound too great. I guess that's console. But yes, I can imagine Eclorin. White Mage, Magic Power plus Ninja Scroll throwing, you just breeze through the entire game. Okay. That was the intro. I reset real quick. just to be able to load one of the save files. These have the ninja class already unlocked, which is why I'm loading this one here. Thanks to JDL once again. Alrighty, so what else is there? I guess one of the weirdest things for me is going to be, which is also why I took so long to set up and get going finally today. Throw weapon damage is actually separate from attack power of the weapons. Usually it's the same, but not always. Oh, ew, I forgot to set up my menu. I forgot to set up configuration. That's gonna be fun. Either way, usually it's the same, but in our case it's probably going to be a bit different, because normally when you attack with weapons, they fully scale off of strength. In case of daggers, they have a weird bug where it doesn't quite work out. So like the name. But most people already know about the dagger quirk. So, the name chosen was Yaga M. Not entirely sure what that means, but I'm okay with this. And yeah, Excalibur is definitely one of the interesting ones. As is the chicken knife to a certain extent, but in the other direction. Let's see. We're going to be choosing Ferris as our main character. That was also decided, and I forgot what the background color was supposed to be. Oh no, I need to look that up. Short memory cursor. I forgot what the background color was supposed to be. I will need to look that up in order to get a good idea of it again. Yaga Moth. Yaga. Alright, fair enough, Ghost Die. Okay, I will need to look up the background color again soon enough. Hopefully I don't forget about it. It was kind of a dark teal color. A dark teal. So there's more blue? What is teal? More green as well, like so. As I said, I need to look it up again. Derp. Timeshare? And welcome to you. Yes, Ninja's quite fun. It was a dark red that was close to Ferris Ninja color. Oh. That's right. Also straw poll. Right. Straw poll. Did you? Did somebody make the straw poll? No? Okay, I'll have to do that. But yeah, that's right. We wanted to have a dark red color that was close to Ferris Ninja color. Thank you. Looks like it'll be fun. It's definitely going to be quite a thing. Always Cannoneer, super easy, pretty much. It was the fastest character class that we did so far. But yeah, it was a red that was close to Ferris Ninja red, something like this, I think. I'm trying to pronounce your name. Hecate Trivia? Or Hecate? Hecate Trivia. I like to think that you just kind of walked up and snatched the frog out of Hirely's hand. Because you don't put them in the food box, that's kind of mean. So yeah, one of the things that will be necessarily different in this run is I need to figure out whether it's actually more important to attack against Carabos or whether I want to throw, or what do I want to do? You love frogs. Frogs are friends. I like frogs. let's see. Also another thing that I need to figure out real quick. Hang on. Ninja, Final Fantasy 5. Also, this is where Buds levels up to level 2, even though he's not gonna be our main character, it's still going to be part of our classes, to say the least. Let's see... First ability is Smoke, second ability is Image of 40. Ah, okay. So already, I predict we're going to have 0 deaths against Carl Boss. Because Ninja is crazy, like that. How soon do you get the Ninja class? So normally in the game, the earliest you get to the Ninja class is after you get the Fire Crystal. I think it is part of the initial Fire Crystal set. So after you complete the Steamship is when you get the Ninja Crystal normally. However, because this is a solo character challenge and we try to do as much or as many bosses as possible with just that solo character, and it would be kind of silly to just go up until there with a freelancer every time we do a solo character challenge run where it's like the Earth Crystal, where you do kind of half of the game with just a freelancer again. We are actually using a cheat code effectively to unlock the Ninja class early before entering the Wind Shrine. That is how this is going to go. And there's a reason that frogs and friends have the same first 2 letters in English. It's because frogs are friends. Even works in German. Tasty friends? No, you don't need your friends. Can't save a frog from inside the box. Some people can. I mean, isn't that the easiest to lift the frog out of the box if you're already sitting in it? No, frogs are friends, not food. You can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but don't pick your friend's nose. Right, did I confuse the... Battle speed and attack speed is exactly the wrong way around. Whoopsie. I did not notice that until now. Probably should have. Rabbit is a better friend than he's hungry. Put some pizza in the food box, or cookies, or candy, or salad cookies, or tea. Let's see. Or something random. Yeah, or a lasagna, because Vanica's lasagna is pretty awesome apparently. Never had it, but I believe it. Oh, well, already beat Royal Grandmaster mode. That was a lot quicker than I expected it to be after we took like a week for Wings of We. Alright, going to look forward to that one too, but I wanted to get this one started here. But yeah, can anybody imagine as to why I predict we will have absolutely no deaths on Carl Boss? Be my guest to guess why. I was initially thinking I will need to figure out whether it's more efficient for me to throw broadswords or whether I want to do attacks with physicals instead. Because you're essentially 2 characters with a whole 2-weapon thing. Close, not quite. I'm going to cheat? No. I don't need to cheat after actually acquiring the ninja class. That's the only cheat we use. Dual wheel plus insane speed. Close-ish as well. The agility definitely has a lot to do with it. A ninja has the second highest agility, tied with the Mystic Knight after the Thief, and you're going a fair bit faster than Carl-Boss, which is definitely pretty useful. Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb does not do anything in battles where you cannot run away. In battles where you can run away, it automatically guarantees, well, running away, which is actually really nice. I do believe one of the passive abilities of a ninja is that you get more preemptive encounters, as in you surprise the enemies a lot more. There we go, image. Yes, exactly. That is one of the abilities that if you get a ninja in the Forge of Fiesta, it's nice, but it's not as big in the foreground. But in the solo character challenge run, image is going to be insane. Because a lot of the problems arise from physical attacks, and we can just more or less completely cut them out by the use of image. Image is cheating. It might be. Because we are starting with an OP class. I mean, I guess that's part of it too. We are starting with a ninja here. But not even other OP classes like the Cannoneer had this guaranteed 0 death. Or the Blue Mage. Well, the Blue Mage was mainly my fault. 0 death on Carl-Boss, I mean. But yeah, I think we can actually go for a long time without any deaths. If I choose to, I could even... Well, maybe I'm just going for the lowest deaths on the ninja. The problem will be the final boss, because White Hole is not gonna be merciful. Probably. But we'll see when we get to that, I guess. Also, I guess the X-Death at the end of World 2 doesn't help in that matter. Prof Ness, thank you! Thank you so much for 37 months of support, that's a long time. Welcome back! And I'm glad you enjoy your stay, thank you so much. How are you doing? How's it going? I hope you are doing well. Also, one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to actually change up our sub alert. I still like it, but if this is going, if the sub alert is going to happen more frequently, I want something a bit more subtle, like something a bit more on the side and not covering the screen as much. If somebody has an idea, be my guest to tell me, so I would kind of be interested in that. So throw all things run. Actually, there will be a lot of throwing, but I'm not sure about all the things. But it's definitely going to be a big part of it. I pressed the A button instead of the B button, that's okay. So he's just gonna lead us exactly where I'm going to be anyways. Alrighty, and with this we're going to be changing into our final job class, so to speak, with Ferris becoming a ninja. Frequent preemptive attacks, hold a weapon in each hand, is the description here, and it's true. But we only have one weapon right now, you might say. Well, there's another one here. Thank you very much, Lena, I kinda need that dagger. So the knife is the literal weakest weapon in the game, but because we can equip 2 weapons, it's just, well, strictly better than not having it, really. Alrighty, let's take a quick look at our stats, and I'm going to update these stats in my spreadsheet, just so I will be able to use that information. So we have 42 strength, which is actually really high, 41 agility, also really high. And the weapon attack power, actually I will need to look that up in a separate thing, that's gonna be fine. Alright, but these stats are ridiculously good. Like vitality on 29, still above average, just magic power is kind of weak in comparison to everything else. But yeah, we are going to demolish a few enemies. So let's just save up here, and let's go. So order of operation will of course be as usual. We need to make sure that our allies are not gonna interfere and make sure they take their required naps for every day. As in, we need to make sure they nap, whether they want it or not. So, Lena doesn't have a weapon anymore, so I'm just making sure that she's going to sleep. Olaf by default doesn't have a weapon, so well, that's just normal, I guess. We did also get a preemptive, which, by the way, normally you get 2 out of 16 times and you get into battle a preemptive attack. In the case of a ninja, you get 3 out of 16 times, so it's basically 50% better, whatever 50% better means. Alrighty, so with this, we can start our solo character challenge. These enemies actually don't have that much HP, but I need a little bit more attack power in order to be able to sit in the back row, I think, in order to still be able to guaranteed one-shot them. Not sure about that. Also, we just did get in a level. Let's actually sit in the back row here. We do want to heal up with a potion. We only have 2 left for 50 HP each, which is really not a whole lot. So let's see. Yeah, that should be enough damage. So I'm in the back row now, which means I only take half the physical damage from any enemy. And the important part is I get 1 ability point each time I win a battle. I need to win 40 battles in order to unlock Image. And with that we will be able to take on Carl Boss and Merogene and everything. The one problem that could arise is actually, interestingly enough, Magiza. Because she could use Drain, which might be a one-shot if I don't level enough. But then again, there's actually going to be something I want to grind for in the ship graveyard, so I might just gain a bunch of levels there. So normally when you're in the back row, which I am, your physical attacks power are about halved. Not exactly how it works, but let's just go over it. And this also means that the enemy's attack power against me are halved as well. And we even got a 1 in 16 drop chance, a rare drop, for leather shoes. Gives us 1 more defense. It's not huge, but it's there, so that's a thing, I guess. Kind of important in career day. Actually, I have no idea what you cannot throw. I know you can throw swords, knight swords, daggers. I'm actually not sure about the rest. Also, I should have moved into the front row here. Because Breath Wing is kind of row independent, always deals 25% of my maximum health and damage. And if he does that 3 times, then I really want to heal afterwards. Also, our damage output is really good here. I think he has about 250 HP. And now that he is in his shell, we can just potion up anyways. We can throw axes, but not all of them. Interesting. You can throw the Twin Lance, that's interesting. The Twin Lance is kind of considered to be like a boomerang, except without the range bonus. So that's a thing. So you do not want to attack the Wing Raptor while its wings are closed, because on one hand you don't deal any damage, since it actually has a bunch of defense during it. And on the other hand, I think it will counterattack if you do. I'm not sure about that one though. I think it does though. By the way, that's another 5 ability points, which is actually really handy. So that's 5 less battles we have to complete. And I'm just gonna complete the Wind Shrine here, so we can go into town and buy a bunch of potions. That's the main reasoning here. You know what I should have done? I should have probably just taken a break after Retropolis, because now I'm starting to get hungry. And that's also when I realized that I got up and I didn't eat anything. So one way or another. Whatever that means for you. For some people it's rain. I like rain. For some people it's snow. I kinda like snow. For other people it's sun and hot stuff. Not my thing, but hey, some people like it. And then there's of course a lot of other factors involved in that too. Let's see. Okay, first order of operation is as usual, which is going to the beginner's house. Even though we clearly are not beginners anymore, considering we're doing a silly challenge like that. It is still more efficient for me to go in here thanks to being able to grab quite a few items that are worth a fair bit of money, and this gives us a kickstart to using the potions. Using the potions? Buying the potions. Also, I was considering buying broadswords just so we can throw them, and it would deal more damage than an individual attack, but because we attack twice, it's actually not nearly as good. It would start being more interesting if we have, like, say, a knight sword or a knight weapon that we can throw that deals really high damage in one individual attack. Because the higher your base damage is, the better it is against enemies that have a bunch of defense. Let's say against Adamantis, it might be interesting. Super excited about getting your OSSC, but this post office doesn't work on Sundays. Ah, I hope it's going to be good, Oaks. Mine is a little bit fiddly, the OSSC, but overall it works pretty well. I hope you'll enjoy it, and I hope it will be great. And you're fine with what... Ooh, I see. Well then, I'm glad you can relax then, loser. And welcome to you as well. The nice thing about soup is I basically have to only briefly stop in order to drink it once in a while. Well, that is once it finally cools down, that is. Alrighty. I don't even need the leather shoes. I'm mainly just picking them up to sell. Oh, thank you. And welcome to SBQ. Indeed, we only have just started, so here we are. Easy to frogs. Frogs are friends, not food. Okay. Selling the leather shield because we can't equip it. Selling the leather shoes. Selling the ether. Selling all the phoenix stones. We'll get more down the road for that encounters. But this will give us all the potions we need for now. all your TVs have HDMI and all your consoles have composite. I mean, it's not authentic. Yeah, honestly, it also, thanks to the OSSC, you will have probably significantly less input lag, even if you were to, let's say, use a regular controller on an emulator. It's just not quite the same anyways. Plus, it's always kind of nice to be able to reach into your cupboard or drawer, or whatever it might be, pull out the cartridge, just plug it in there, start the console, and it works. Well, to be fair, if the OSSC you have to flip a switch and then switch to the channel, but same concept. You might need a DAC too. What is that, if I may ask? Black Friday sale was nice. Yes. I did not pick up anything on Black Friday myself, as usual. Because the thing is, I play so few games that if I play one game, I don't usually mind just picking it up for full price anyways. If I just buy a bunch of games and I never end up playing them, kind of feels worse than if I were to not buy them and have to eventually buy them at full price or something like that. Can't wait for 8-bit SNES games on 60-inch display. Nice. NES even. Cartridge that works when you put it in. Loves in NES/Famicom. Oh, I see. Yeah, I had that one too. To say the least. That's definitely been a thing. Right. I'll just watching the cutscene here and then get back outside. Got an SD2 SNES filled with games, left it there for 1 year. Right. This is why I only have stuff on the SD2 SNES that I actually use. For me it's really useful because I want to do Zelda randomizer runs on console, and that's kind of one of the most convenient ways of going about it. So I could give you a broadsword anyway. So, as mentioned before, I don't think the broadsword is worth it to throw, so I am better off just giving it to one of my other characters so they can finish themselves off slightly faster. I believe level 7 it was for black goblins to deal a ton of damage with Goblin Punch. So I want to be a little bit careful about that preemptive strike. Which, once again, thanks to the ninja's ability, we have a 3 in 16 chance rather than the usual 2 in 16 chance to get a preemptive strike. The back attack from the enemies is still a 1 in 16. More as nostalgia thing for you. You inherited your brother's full stuff all up to the PS4. Oh wow. That's probably a lot, I would imagine. But it's true. NES often... it takes a while to get stuff to work. I definitely have a lot of experience with that as well. Which is also why... I've never really thought about it, but the Super Nintendo is really nice because it just works. Usually. Unless you have like a Breath of Fire cartridge. That one is a bit of a troublemaker. Else with a father who's a nerd? Nice. My father recently only mainly plays stuff on his tablet, because it's just more convenient at this point. Oh, quick question. Is Ragnarok Online Eternal Love actually now officially available outside of China? Or whatever else it was released at? So I'm pretty sure he would like that. Just in case somebody knows about that. So I'm not entirely sure what level I am, so I want to kill the black goblins first. Entangle, missed. Nice. Your Breath of Fire card takes a little to get going. Yeah. I originally started my playthrough on Breath of Fire on a cartridge because I wanted to play it, so I bought a cartridge of it. And like not even halfway through, just kind of a bit in, my saves were just gone. Which was really awkward, so I ended up actually playing through it on emulator instead because of it. Because that game seems to be just generally kind of unstable. Level 6, so we actually have one more level. Oh, lurker mode disabled. Ragnarok Online Mobile, is that available like in Europe? Like in German would be kind of important for my father. He does not know English. Cartridges is getting old. To a DAC? What is a DAC? Sorry, I think I asked that already earlier, in case somebody answered. I kinda missed that answer. Also, I feel like we want to get some elixirs here. We haven't gotten any, which is a bit unusual. Digital analog converter. Okay. I actually still don't know what that means, to be completely honest. I assume it's about the signal. Oh! We don't one-shot the Black Snake. Black Snake? Kinda mixed up the Black Goblin and the White Snake there. I actually want to be in the front row just because I want to defeat the White Snakes first. You had to change batteries on every one. You even mistakenly bought a Chinese knockoff. No battery, but the circle was there and a fake plastic holder. What? For a cartridge? I have no idea what you were trying to say, Tiro DVD. No idea. Oh, I see. I think I get it actually. You played in English, you just don't want to install the USRC apps. I mean, I played Ragnarok Online Mobile via an emulator anyways, like an Android emulator. OSC outputs a pure digital signal, so for example, you can't connect your TV's DVI analog. Cartridge, there was a ROM chip and nothing else. That's annoying. Family thought I was nuts tracking every CRT from the trash home. Hello, Correct on the TVs? Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, I had a really good CRT that actually had a widescreen, but it was still a CRT, so I played just straight up natively like Super Nintendo games. It was basically as good as it gets and really large, which, well, was a problem with transportation, to be completely frank. But beyond that, it was pretty much perfect. Unfortunately, after it moved twice, and then ran for another like 3 months or so, it eventually died. So that's kind of the main reason why I even bought the OSSC. Sounds like a MX7000. I have no idea what that means, to be honest. Trivia FF5 is the equivalent of a LOL in Tagalog Filipino. Ah, I see. I did not know that. Oh, I attacked the wrong guy. This could be bad. Black Lava might lower me here. Hey, he didn't. That's good. Am I level 7 still? I think I might be. I'm level 7, so basically the problem is Goblin Punch deals damage 8 times as strong, ignoring defense if you are the same level as your opponent using Goblin Punch. And Black Goblins are level 7. If I'm level 7, they will probably one-shot me. I don't want to try it. Beyond that, it's perfectly fine. So you got the OC to scale up the resolution the TV supports, but you need to convert the signal back to analog. By the way, worth noting, I don't actually need my second weapon right now. I can unequip it, because I will one-shot pretty much every enemy no matter what. It's actually just adding animation time. Ragnarok Eternal Love. As of October 12th, apparently the EU version of Ragnarok Eternal Love will be playable in English, Spanish, French, Portuguese, Russian and Turkish. No German? Oh my goodness. Really? But either way, I need to check like the tablet. Oh! Elixirs! Need more elixirs. We have 2 now. That's good. Also, we did learn Smoke already. We need 20 more battles in order to learn Image. So 20 more battles and we're gonna be out of here probably. As usual, kill the snake first because it can paralyze us. Actually, we had a preemptive. I get to attack twice before they get to attack at all. So it did not matter in this case. Hey Thalphon, welcome. How are you doing? No Germ because of Injustice. Isn't that a fighting game? That's weird. But yeah, as mentioned, my father just does not know any English, and the native language here is Swiss German, which basically we just know German as well as by default, you could say. But yeah, that would kind of help him. iOS and Android still. They have the website with steps to run emulator on PC though. Oh yeah, they definitely do. They actually had that before already. Quite curious. The Injustice monster from Ragnarok Online, Glass Time Launcher. Launch monster, very lewd. Kind of? I guess you could say that. Paired well with the Zealotis, or Still, such a weird name. Level 9. Hey Solymuse, welcome, and thank you for the good luck. Hope you're doing well, and, well, this is definitely going to be one of the easier solo challenges, if not the easiest. Probably not the easiest. Takes a bit of getting going. We will also want to farm at least 1, if not 2 of a certain item in the ship graveyard, which has the same drop rate as elixirs here, so it might take a while, but then again, a little bit of early levels is probably not a bad thing. Carbos with the complicated with ninja? Oh no, the opposite. Completely the opposite, in fact. Once we get our image ability, we will probably one-shot it. without any trouble whatsoever. Because Ninja is crazy like that. Much more? 10 more. 10 battles, and then we are gone. Make first. The Moldwinds always attack in the first turn. They can use their wind move in the second turn, however, so you kind of don't worry about them in the first turn. However, the Whitesnake can entangle and paralyze us in the first turn. And as you might be able to imagine, if you only have a single character, having your entire character paralyzed and unable to do anything for like 2 or 3 turns can be rather devastating, which is also the main reason why Carl Boss is such a huge pain to deal with so many solo characters. I dare to say, literally only the Ninja has a guaranteed method of dealing with him. Everything else, even if they would like 2-shot Carl Boss, they might not necessarily get the opportunity to do so. I think pizza is a lot more tasty than a frog, to be honest, so put a pizza in the food box. Only some news which doesn't list everything. Yeah, I assume you only get it from the official webpage or from app stores, I guess, because it is an app after all. So I will have to check my dad's tablet later. Alright, how much more? 3. Just 3 more battles and we're going to be fair to go. I don't even really care how much damage I deal. I'm pretty sure I'm actually dealing less than... I'm not sure. I might have just leveled up and deal more damage now. For once I didn't actually bother figuring out the damage numbers, because all we need is really image. Bonk. Block. And here we are. How much more for a level up? Just 56 experience. Let's just go to level 11, shall we? Might as well. That is 2 battles. Preemptive. Also potentially elixir. Well, that could be great. Was that the level already? It was the level already. Alrighty. Good. And we are ready to go. Maybe I should go and buy more potions, because I'm not sure how long we are going to be in the ship graveyard. Yep, that's probably a good idea. Alrighty, also, what I should do is I should equip Image. Nullify physical attacks twice. It's literally the same spell as the White Mage spell Image, and that will be incredibly useful in so many instances. And that's kind of why I'm saying, usually the signature abilities of the ninja are being able to equip 2 weapons, which is a huge deal, as well as being able to throw stuff, which is also a huge deal, especially since the ninja scrolls are really, really strong. However, Image will be ridiculously good for a solo character challenge for so many reasons. Among other things is that a lot of solo characters do not even get a second ability that has any meaningful impact. However, a ninja just straight up gets everything that, well, a ninja needs, really. Except the shield. That's probably the one downside. Smokescreen is also very useful, that is true. It certainly is very useful. I wouldn't put it at the same impact as Image in this case, but it's always nice to be able to guarantee a run away from an enemy encounter. Preemptive attack, goodbye. Just got the shipping notice for the OSSC. Nice. I hope you like it. Makes it easy to get the elf cave in the basement next to the castle. Yeah, it certainly does. All you need is survive 1 attack, and then just heal up afterwards. Alrighty, so we are going to face Carlboss. Carlboss' signature abilities are Tail Screw, which is an attack that he uses in turn 2 and 3, 1 in 3 times each. Actually, let me start at the beginning. So, the way enemies work in Final Fantasy V is that they each time choose to attack with 1 out of 3 choices. In the first turn, Carbos can use a special attack 2 and 3 times, and 1 in 3 times you'll use a regular attack. In this case, it was just a regular attack, which is actually kind of nice. Also, we are going to equip our equipment knife. So he also has 650 HP. And then he has Tail Screw. Tail Screw he uses 1 in 3 times in his second and third turns, and then he goes back to the first turn. But Tail Screw is actually not that big of a problem compared to his other ability, which is a physical attack that simultaneously also stuns you. Tentacle. So it deals a bit of physical damage, but it also stuns. So as you might be able to imagine, that is ridiculously difficult to deal with, because a solo character getting paralyzed, you can get paralyzed, then he uses Tail Screw, and then he just attacks you and you're dead. So, being able to completely avoid that physical attack in the first place is amazing. Also, the ninja deals pretty good damage, so that helps a lot too. But hey, this is the only character I can see that can actually guarantee defeating Carbos first try, because he has a 2 in 3 chance to stun you the very first turn. Even if you're faster than him, most characters will not be able to one-shot him. At least not guaranteed. Bye, Sildra. But yeah, as you could see, just having 2 guaranteed dodges on a physical attack is crazy good. Especially if that physical attack has other side effects, such as paralyzing you, etc. And this will most certainly be hugely useful in a lot of upcoming encounters too. Because in a lot of upcoming encounters, damage is a problem from the physical side of attacks. Not as big of a problem as other things, for sure, in certain instances, but being able to just deny the physical side of things entirely, because you get 2-3 dodges effectively, is amazing. Alrighty, and we have arrived on this ship, and it's not really worth it to fight anything before we get to the cutscene, because in the cutscene area we will get to, we get a free heal, that's the short version, in the cutscene area. So, the next cutscene that is. So it's not really worth fighting anything, just purely because they are going to get revived again. But if it's like a single skeleton, I will actually want to fight this, for a simple reason. So these skeletons have a 1 in 16 chance to drop me a dagger. A dagger is a weapon that allows me to, well, deal more damage. Since Ferris right now has a knife equipped as well as a dagger, Ferris automatically comes with a dagger equipped, which is quite simply your best weapon that you can have at this point of the game for a lot of characters. Oh wow, I even get one first try, are you serious? So yeah, it just has a lot more attack power, and as mentioned before, a knife is nice because we can equip it as a ninja and we can equip 2 weapons. Dagger is however just strictly better because it has more attack power. There's really nothing else to say about that. But now that we have 2 daggers, we should be able to pretty much one-shot or in a sense two-shot most enemies. The Undead Rusk will probably not go down to quite one attack, but hey, this will be fine. So, the Carcursor enemy, that weird aqua gel thing that I just defeated, has a 1 in 16 chance to drop an elixir, as well as the Undead Rusk also has a 1 in 16 chance to drop us an elixir. Let's just hope we get one. Oh, we did actually one-cycle him. Nice, so we basically one-shot everything. This is really handy. Get a Phoenix down, mainly for money if we really need it. Although, I feel like since we're going to be grinding here for a little while, it's probably not gonna be that necessary. Let the rabbit eat! Pizza! Let's put some pizza into the food box. Delicious pizza. Here we go. Food for the rabbit. I mean, if you think about it, if you want to let the rabbit eat, just put something into the food box that people cannot get out of there. That makes sense, right? No, not the frogs. Frogs are friends, not food. Dude. Wow, really? Endymion just put a frog by accident into the food box. That's kinda messed up. That's why you stopped doing delicious question mark. Wow. So this is the cutscene that heals everybody to full HP, and which is why I usually don't bother, well, knocking them out before this part here, but we're gonna be grinding for a short while here, and the main reason is for the enemies that I actually usually don't want to see in this section here, and those are the ones that are just the spooky ghost thingies. I forget what they are called here. Also, map. I need maps. I get lost all the time. The map is always useful. Antidote, antidote, and a Phoenix zone. Where's all the encounters? Hello? There we go. That took ages. Okay. You take a nap. You can see how much faster a ninja is than the average freelancer stats. Pretty crazy. And you take a nap. What version of the game is this where Ferret was given that dang accent? That's the PlayStation version. The PSX version has that kind of weirdness to it. It also has otherwise very interesting types of translations. Alrighty, these are exactly what I'm looking for. Those Psycho Head enemies have a 1 in 16 chance to drop us a Flame Scroll. And that's exactly what I'm looking for here. Not really for the next few bosses, although it would also kinda destroy those bosses, but I don't want to grind for that long. I just want to like get 2 Flame Scrolls, in order to throw against Biblos, actually. Oh, we already got one. Wow. That's really lucky. So far, we haven't gotten many elixirs, but the other items dropped pretty much instantly. The dagger, the flame scroll now, as well as the goblin leather sandals earlier too. So we will not need as many elixirs, I don't think, but we will still need a few for the likes of Soul Cannon, for example, most certainly. Actually, Soul Cannon might just go down otherwise anyways. Not sure if been confirmed, but it's strongly suspected that the PS translation was done for SNES and Square decided not to release it. No one in particular is known to have been hired to do the script on PlayStation. Interesting. I had no idea, actually. It is known that they consider releasing them. What? You're talking too quickly. Stop putting stuff in the food box, I can't read. Decided not to. Oh, we absolutely will spam lightning scrolls once we get them. That's not even a question. They will be amazing. Because the main thing I was about to say is that, oh, but we don't have anything that deals with Soul Cannon particularly well. Oh no, we do. Lightning scrolls will do a load of damage there. Tongue. I was always considering just using image here in this fight rather than just straight up attacking, because that tongue attack will cost us about 100 HP. Well, would, if we wouldn't defeat the enemies before that. Because the HP leak status effect is always about the same strength throughout the entirety of the game, which means early game it's really strong, whereas late game it's kind of negligible. 1,500 lightning damage, give or take. Something like that, I don't remember. We will see. We will probably grind out the Flame Ring and just bank on dodging the launcher's attacks for one turn, so we can skip on getting an Angel Ring. Lettuce. Nice. What is the biggest weakness of the ninja class? There's two things that you could make better about them, but I would not necessarily describe them as a weakness. One is they can't use shields. And two is that they have relatively low magic power, even though they use actually magic damage as an attack formula when throwing ninja scrolls. But the ninja scrolls are just baseline so strong that it does not matter that much anyways. At least the PSX port gave us Wyvern. Yeah, honestly the PSX version probably has the best music. Which is a shame that I actually could not find a YouTube playlist of Final Fantasy V from the PlayStation version for the song, for the music. I just couldn't find it anywhere. Hey, another elixir, that's convenient. The throw was very strong. Oh yeah, I believe it. Nice. Anything you need to do about the lack of shields to finish the challenge? So the main thing we want to do for that in particular is there is a late game throw item that is really expensive, 25,000 gold each. So we actually want to gather a good amount of money in order to burst through the first phase of the final boss. Just the 3 form has, well, the ability to one-shot you if you're not immune to petrification or instant death. So if we just burst through that first form, we will have it significantly easier. Alternatively, we could use the bone mails, the bone mail glitch in order to get immunity to instant death. But I feel like the ninja's gonna be strong enough that we don't need to do that. 8-bit Goggles, thank you for the raid, I appreciate that. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. And welcome everybody, I hope you're doing well. Throwing is very strong, but Summoner also has very strong magic that functions similarly. Yeah, but it's true. Let's put it this way. Summoner costs a lot of MP, and if you don't care about the animation time, which is a lot longer on Summoner than just throwing a lightning scroll, for example. It depends on which summon it is. I think Ramu is actually still weaker than the lightning scroll. I believe once you get Titan, it actually starts being more efficient damage-wise to just use Titan over just throwing lightning, fire or water scrolls. Plus you can even boost the elemental attacks of those scrolls by using lightning and fire rods too. Can someone make a YouTube link to their YouTube channel? I'm not sure I understand the question, to be honest. I mean, anybody could make a YouTube link to their YouTube channel. But I assume you mean something more specific than that. Does this game have MSU music? I don't think anybody set that up. I don't know though. These scroll shenanigans are making you want to do another playthrough. I can recommend it. So, every year there is the Final Fantasy Fiesta, and fun fact, it actually just started today. The Final Fantasy Fiesta is a race between Background Guy 02 and 7 Sins to go through the entire library of Final Fantasy games, minus the MMORPGs, and just play through all of these games as quick as they can, while also being under certain restrictions due to the Final Fantasy Fiesta challenge, such as they're never allowed to run away from combat. Hey, nice, we got the second flame scroll, and that's all I wanted. So for example, whenever they do the Final Fantasy V challenge run, I actually tend to just join in and do a similar challenge. And last time they did the Game Boy Advance version with the challenge to never run away and also complete the extra dungeon for the Game Boy Advance. I've never done the extra dungeon for Game Boy Advance, so I was completely blind going into it. But I ended up just kind of joining in, and what I did is my first instinct was to just use ninja scrolls with a lot of magic power to just breeze through all the random encounters. And boy, that worked really crazy well. It's not just strong, it's also really quick animations, and if you're trying to go fast, ninja scrolls really help tremendously with going fast. So I breezed through pretty much the entirety of the game very easily. I figured at some point it would be not quite as useful anymore compared to like using other abilities or spells or like X-Fight, etc. But no, Ninja Scrolls actually ended up being useful the entire way through. Sometimes you worry about the stress they go through. Yeah. Dot 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 dot. But yeah, scroll shenanigans with ninjas and putting magic power onto ninjas or putting throw onto like a white or red or any mage really that has a bunch of magic attack makes them very, very powerful. Oh, is she? I did not know that, Alphon. I imagine that's gonna mean 7 is going to take a bit of an earlier break than they did last year. Have you played Kenshi or any interest to play it? I have to admit I do not know what that is, so no. I don't know whether I would have interest to play it. Alrighty, here we have Siren. Siren is split into two phases. One is, first she is in her magic phase where she uses 3 different spells that, well, deal magic damage, bypass image because of it. And then she switches over to her undead form. Wow, that's really bad. In her undead form, she has significantly improved physical capabilities, and also her special attack doesn't just deal more damage, but it also poisons us. But when you fall asleep in Final Fantasy V, you're asleep forever until you get hit by a physical attack. So at least we get knocked out of our, well, physical attack before anything worse happens, I guess. Also, she has significantly increased physical defense. We are actually 1 agility faster than Siren, which helps us quite a bit here. This is the 3rd attack. She has 900 HP, which means we need 5 attacks. So we should be able to just finish her off here. Good luck, thank you Letty, I appreciate that. And welcome to you. That's crazy. Thank you so much for 40 months of support. A very long time. Welcome back to you, Letty. And I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much. 4 wins and 0 losses. That sounds about right. Alrighty, Siren has been defeated without too much trouble. And yeah, this is the power of a ninja. You deal literally twice as much damage compared to a lot of other classes that rely on physical attacks at this point. It is really, really crazy. Use the antidote that we found earlier, heal up, and let's go. You're a ninja, Harry. You're a ninja. And you see Harry next to a guy where he just kind of threw a dart at him, because that's what ninjas do, right? Kinda mean. Galura! Bye, Galura! Alrighty, so here in Carven, we actually get to see whether there is some weapons that might be worthwhile throwing. So we deal about 200 damage per attack on an enemy that has 0 defense. Well, slightly less than that. So let's see real quick. We have a Regal Cutlass here, which has an attack power of how much? Regal Cutlass has a throwing attack power of 22... Oh, Goblin Punch and Throw attack is the same value? I had no idea. Alrighty, Regal Cutlass has an attack power of 22. So if we go over to our little formula real quick. Oh, wrong thing. This thing. then we will see that we are currently what level? Aha, I forgot. Level 13, so we're level 13. So we will deal 123 damage on average with throwing a Regal Cutlass. Not too terrible, since we can do that from the safety of the back row, but still nowhere near as good as just using a physical attack. So I'm going to go ahead and not buy one. So this is going to be kind of a consideration all the time now. Is it worth buying a weapon just to throw it? Probably not. So Copper Pelt, slightly more than physical defense, might as well buy it. It's not much, but hey, in the early stages 2 defense is a lot. And hey Krauser, thank you, I appreciate that. Excalibur throw hype, indeed. You can't save a frig. Yeah, that's kinda difficult. You need the Pirate's Gold stream for that. Well, that's been a while since I've streamed that. I think forged katanas are cheaper, but still good throw purchase between Shuriken and Fuma. Interesting. I actually have no idea. I've never really tried to throw anything aside from scrolls. So if you have any suggestions on that, I'm all ears. Thank you, Dryzelizer. So yeah, katanas you can throw as well, which actually means we probably should do the little cutscene thing and throw that katana from there. Hi, bye. Gatelings. So as usual, it's not really worth fighting anything, because compared to how much effort it takes to defeat the enemies, they are not worth enough money, or gold for that matter, to pay off in any meaningful way. I do want to get at some point over like, let's say 350 HP at the very least, to be able to deal with upcoming enemies. Which version of this am I using? The ones you find are half translated and a little buggy. Ah. This is the RPGE 1.1 version of the fan translation. So what you want to do is actually want to have a regular ROM from a regular Japanese cartridge, and then apply the patch yourself from that. It's relatively easy to apply the patch to translate it, so that's what I recommend. Still the old straw poll? That's right, I should probably update that. Nobody has made one for me. Okay. Yes, what Dryzelizer said is pretty much how we want to write that. In Japan, a bit. Interesting. Alrighty, let's see. Strap hole. Yeah, we need to update this. Actually, I have a... Oh yeah, I wanted to do that, but I kind of forgot about it. Hang on, give me a second. Yeah, this would not have worked actually anyways if I told or asked somebody to make the straw poll. Because I forgot to do a thing with that. Hang on. SSCC, where's the command? I need to edit it. Okay, there we go. Alright. Okay. Hang on. That's wrong. I see why that happened last time. Alrighty, I updated the thing, so !SSCC if you'd like to vote on the next drop. Did I save? Dark Paladin, thank you! Thank you very much for 32 ROMs of support. That's also a really long time already. Welcome back! Well, I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Alrighty, upcoming is a fight against Magisa. She has 650 HP, and once she drops below 300 HP, she will call her husband Forza. So Magisa has 3 rounds of attacks, and I think in each one she has a chance to do a physical attack. In the last one, he has a chance to use Drain. And Drain is really not scaled to the levels that we currently have. It will deal about 250 damage and heal her for up 250. It's ridiculously powerful. So we just hope that we don't even get to see Drain. And yeah. When she summons Forza is pretty decently strong and also kind of a menace to be reckoned with. However, we are faster than her and we deal a lot of damage, so I'm actually going to do something slightly weird here. You will see in a second why. I'm unequipping this dagger and now I'm attacking again. So this is about 300 damage I just dealt. And as mentioned before, we are faster than her. And she actually has less than 400 HP remaining. So what I'm gonna do here now is I'm waiting until she attacks, hopefully no Drain. Okay, we should be fine. And then I get to attack twice. Because I'm faster than her, I can basically get 2 attacks in before she gets 1 action in. Because she has no more HP, she is dead, she will never summon Forza. So if any character that deals more than, let's say, 300 damage, you can do this. And just completely skip the second phase. Forza we could easily deal with just by using Image, since he is a purely physical attacker, but this way we don't have to worry about him at all. So that's nice. Ninja, physical class with throwing. Anything notable ninja class can do compared to other physical classes? Oh yeah, Image. I mean, throwing is very nice compared to a lot of other physical classes because a ninja actually has a way of dealing multi-target damage. And that is actually already a huge benefit over so many other physical classes. But really, Image is going to be the star for boss fights for the most part, because being able to completely negate not just the physical attacks, but any status effect that is attached to those physical attacks is huge. Also yes, feel free to vote on the straw poll, because that's gonna be a thing. So, and with the ninja here, because we can throw various weapons, that even if we can't equip them, we're actually going to make this detour over to the west. Plus, I guess we also did not get that many elixirs yet, so we will be able to pick up a high potion and 2 elixirs in this castle too. A lot of solo characters I just skip this because there's nothing worthwhile for them aside from elixirs and high potions. And I'd rather just grind for more elixirs. or high potions just because, well, they also get levels for that too. And very often you don't really have that many problems with that. Is this gonna be basically an easy early game leading up to a difficult late game? Honestly, I think this is going to be relatively simple the whole way through. There will be a few corners here and there that we have to just get around, but for the most part it's going to be relatively easy, I think. And yes, Twin Lance Chicken Knife combo is amazing. Combine that with the ability of just sitting in the front row and not having to worry about physical attacks nearly as much as other characters, and you have yourself a character who can destroy most of anything. I say not nearly as much as other characters because there's still going to be some concern about it. Having to refresh image every other attack is, well, quite a bit of time invested still. Kind of as if you were to preemptively heal yourself. Chicken Knife plus Twin Lance didn't work the career did last time you got the chance to use it. You need to equip first the Twin Lance and then the Chicken Knife. That's important, Trizalizer. The order is important. Other than that, I guess they might have fixed it, because they also fixed a lot of other bugs if I'm not mistaken. And yes, it disables the random run chance to do that. So here's the high potion, which for a while is going to be basically a full heal. A potion heals for 50 HP, 50. A high potion heals for 500 HP, 500. It's so much better. But we cannot buy high potions until a fair bit later. So, well, here we are. Here's an elixir, and I think there's one more somewhere. Actually don't know where it is. Oh, that's how it works, Thalphon. I actually did not realize how it worked with the Twin Lance, but that makes a lot of sense. That basically Twin Lance's proc is to just attack a second time, and because that always happens, it will just help a lot with that. Chicken Knife at Tuel. Yeah, I mean, if you just... Actually, Chicken Knife in Career Day is always powered up, isn't it? I was about to say you need to just run away 255 times first, but that's not true in this one. So you don't get 4 hits if you dual build 2 times Twin Lances. I actually don't know. You can get more than 1 Twin Lance if you steal one as a rare steal from the thingies, or you can actually buy them in Mirage Village. We can try it when we get there, if I still remember it. Either way, for now, we are going to actually equip Smoke. Because Smoke is going to be handy here. Alrighty, here we actually have a decently important pickup for the Ninja. Well, it's probably not going to be that big of a deal, but we can... That's the wrong shop, isn't it? Huh, I'm actually curious what a Battle Axe would have for attack power, or throwing power, actually. Battle Axe is 23 throwing power, which is actually only 1 more than the Regal Cutlass, which means you will never use that one over a dagger, pretty much. Either way, what I meant is the training suit here. The training suit gives +1 strength and a little bit more defense. The +1 strength is kind of a big deal, because outside of changing classes, or equipping certain abilities that transfer the class's bonuses, there's actually no way to change your stats in this game. Stats are fixed in this game, so unless you change class or get an item that increases certain stats, that's just going to be what you're just going to stick with. Not going to get the glasses? No, we get a silver ring anyways. Do we? I think we can equip it. Plus, actually, yeah. No, we don't need glasses. Thinking about it. Because we can just go ahead and get the ninja or elf cape right now. At least I think we can. Alright. Just making sure that this is a solo character challenge, and now we go on. How much more to a level? 605. I may have to get this after completing. The next dungeon instead. So yeah, we don't need the glasses, because the elf cape is just strictly better than anything else we can use anyways. Double grip knight hits like a truck compared to dual wield knight, really. So this guy here always back attacks, which is why I'm in the front row, and it's normally ridiculously difficult to run away from. But thanks to the smoke's guaranteed runaway ability, we are pretty fine. Also, trying to defeat this guy is insane. He has so much defense, you will probably deal 0 damage the first time you get around to coming here. So yeah. The elf cape is an accessory that will allow us to dodge 1 in 3 physical attacks. So as a matter of fact, I should just equip it here, because we could just completely avoid the damage these things throw at us. So unless you have a way to somehow defeat these guys, which is really difficult at this stage of the game, or a guaranteed runaway ability like the Thief's Escape, Ninja Smoke, I think there's at least 2 more that I'm forgetting right now. Either way, dealing with these guys is difficult, and a lot of characters cannot get the elf cape this early on unless they get really lucky. Last time I wanted to demonstrate this with the Geomancer, I did get really lucky. I just wanted to say, hey, look at this, we're not gonna get that elf cape anytime soon. And what did I do? I actually managed to run away from these guys in time. It's kind of crazy. And yes, Thief is technically better because Thief completely prevents the possibilities of back attacks. So you will not get back attacked with a Thief in your party against those Garki monsters. Thief is 4 agility faster, I think. Also, I feel like my capture card doesn't work well with this. The sounds are just off. Thief is still slower without haste compared to those imps, right? Don't know. I actually don't know. I think those Garki monsters are actually not that fast, it's just the fact that they always back attacked is the problem. Either way, you know how we can guarantee the next 2 physical attacks to miss? Well, no, 1 in 3 times, even if a physical attack were to remove 1 image charge, it's not going to, because we have an elf cape now. Onward we go. But we're going to help them, Krauser. We're not gonna take over the kingdom, that would be mean. Especially since Neo's not here anymore. Those Recult Mage have a 1 in 16 chance to drop a Fire Rod. Unfortunately, we can't really throw them. You know what? I forgot to I went through the cutscene, grabbed the elixirs, and I forgot to grab the weapons from the thing. Which is the main reason you normally go there. Okay, left side here is a silk rope. I don't need a silk rope. Actually, I need a silk rope. But can I equip it is the question. I don't think I can. It has 35 speed, I see. Yeah, Thief is definitely faster than 35 speed. Ninja and Mystic Knight are also faster. Not sure about any other classes. Maiden's Kiss removes the frog status in case you get frogged. I'm still in the front row, that's good. So, either way, the Elf Cape is going to be really handy against the upcoming boss here, because the upcoming boss has effectively a 1 in 4 chance. That's not true. He has a chance to counterattack twice. And we kind of need to, well, defeat him by using physical attacks. So he will actually counterattack a lot. Also, we attack twice, which I think means he gets 2 counterattacks? We'll see. Could be a little bit iffy here, even though this is a purely physical boss. His counterattacks might actually end up ruining us to an extent. Smoke. Oh. Smoke is the wrong ability. Well, that's awkward. Let's see, how much damage does that deal? 508. And he just counterattacked. I really wanted to make this. The playthrough that has 0 deaths or something like that. But I'm a huge derp and I forgot to equip the image ability again. That stings. So we're gonna go into the back row. We throw the other flame scroll. Hey Bregan, welcome, how are you doing? So this is why I'm in the back row, he counterattacks twice. But now the question is, do I attack once or twice in the front row? I think we just go for the kill here. See, he has 1200 HP. And if I don't defeat him here, we're probably going to go down. Oh. Oh no, he has defense, I forgot about that. Thankfully he skipped his second turn twice, where he could have counterattacked twice. I thought for some reason he had 0 defense, but this should do the trick. You know what that means though? We have to go back and grab 2 more flame scrolls. Also I used up the high potion. So that was a really big whoopsie on my end. I forgot to equip the image ability. But I just really did not want to concede the death here. Hello Life Tactics, welcome, how are you doing? And welcome to you as well, the Maddox, and anybody else who I may have missed because I'm not really good at reading chat, unfortunately. Can't you buy flame scrolls in Karnak? No. You can buy them starting in Butts' home village once you get the Black Chocobo. So the other flame scroll I can technically get guaranteed is in, well, Liquid Flame. One of the forms drops a flame scroll. I think it's the hand form? I'm not sure. Either way, we could get a flame scroll from Liquid Flame, but I will need at least 2 more for Biblos. In fact, I may need 3 more. I figured 2 flame scrolls should be sufficient. But considering that... Wait, where's the other one? I think there was one other flame scroll in the escape, or was that a lightning scroll? Might be a shuriken. Ah, whatever, we just grind out 3 fire scrolls. We need a little bit of levels anyways to survive the fire 2 counterattacks from the hand form of liquid flame, so it makes sense to get a bit more levels, so it's not the worst, just gonna be slightly inefficient. It's a lightning in the escape. Okay. So I want to get 4 flame scrolls total. For some reason I thought there was one other one somewhere. Just don't remember where it would be. Lightning we can use on Ifrit. Not his weakness, but at least it will deal more damage. No, Sildra! Come back here! You're not allowed to die. Oh. Goodbye. Alrighty, so before I forget about it, I need to go and grab the weapons from this place over here, because that's kind of one of the main reasons why I went over there in the first place. So I can throw a ninja, not a ninja, a samurai sword. And then we just go and grab like 3 more flame scrolls. I thought there was one more somewhere. Like I knew there was one from liquid flame and then one somewhere else. Oh wait, does Ifrit drop a flame scroll? I think that was it, Ifrit drops another flame scroll. So if I can't get the flame scroll drop from liquid flame, I probably want to grab 3. Because considering how much damage we just dealt against Galura with 500, if an enemy is weak to it, they will get their magic defense nullified as well as you deal double the damage. But 1000 damage is not enough against Biblos. For 3, you need at least 4, unless we throw a ninja star. So we just get 3 more flame scrolls here. Hello! Katana, that is what I wanted to throw. Oh, also a shuriken! Huh. Maybe I will want to throw a shuriken in against Ifrit. So the shuriken, by the way, to give you a brief idea, as mentioned before, a battle axe had an attack power of 23 when I throw it against an enemy. Currently I did just get a katana, which has an attack power of 42 for throwing actually. So that is pretty decently sized of an upgrade for throwing damage. However, if you check out the shuriken, it has an attack power of 50. So it's more than twice as strong as a battle axe, for example. So it is kind of ridiculously good to just throw that thing at something that needs to die rather fast. And on top of that, you know how there's that weirdness with the dagger formula where you effectively only benefit a little bit from agility, but not fully? Well, the throwing formula is actually pretty much the same as the dagger attack formula, except that it's not a buggy. It just straight up works instead. So that means both agility as well as strength are fully counted against the, well, for the multiplier purposes. So I will want to briefly figure out what a good multiplier for that is going to be. So why those cursors can give us elixirs, this is actually for once not why I'm here. Usually when you see me back in the ship graveyard after the beginning, It's because I want more elixirs. For once, that is not the case. You know what I should have done though? I think I should have gone over to Karnak, grab a mithril dagger, and then came back here. Because there's a pretty decent chance I would be able to one-shot these enemies with a mithril dagger without having to have a second weapon equipped. Meaning I could just only have one attack animation instead of two, optimizing this slightly. Depending on how lucky we get for getting the 3 flame scrolls, that might not make as much of a difference, since it is quite a bit of a trip to trek back from Karnak. But oh well. So let's see, the shuriken I would want to use against probably Ifrit. Although usually one of the difficulties Ifrit poses is that he has a stunned physical attack, which we can't completely avoid. So it's just his fire 2 attacks that would be quite painful. Hey, an elixir, that's not what I'm looking for, but thank you. What is another character that I would want to deal with rather quickly? Sandworm is special because he is always in the back row, so throwing is actually going to be better against Sandworm than using physicals. Why did I attack you first? With the benefit of hindsight, yeah. I see, that makes sense. Hey, there's one already. Nice. So what other bosses might there be that I would want to throw my shuriken at? Because keep in mind, right now the shuriken is really good. But the longer I go on without actually using the shuriken, relatively speaking, the less good it gets. Because we get better weapons to throw, and also the enemies will have more defense and more HP. So what else could I use it against? What we could use it against is Archaea Abyss, but there's actually 2 shurikens we get in that part of the game before just as well, so I don't have to worry about it as much. Welcome back. Biblos I want to throw actually flame scrolls at, that's why we are here. Biblos is weak to fire, and flame scrolls are just going to make rather short work of him. So my current thought is probably Ifrit. As much as I would like to throw something at Sandworm to speed up the battle, it's not gonna be as relevant as taking down Ifrit quickly, because his fire 2 and flame attacks hurt quite a bit. Shurikens cost 2,500 gold, I think? But I don't remember being able to buy them in licks, that is very possible though. We'll see. "2020 is a measure of perfect vision." Oh, I was always wondering where that one came from. Nice. Ow. Ray Claw's not a problem, Adamantium is not a problem. The flame rockets, we just throw lightning scrolls at. Yeah, I think we are just gonna throw the shurikens at Ifrit. I think that makes the most sense. Alternatively, we could throw it at Liquid Flame, really. Fun fact, Ifrit would be weak against water, but I don't think there's a way to pick up a water scroll before encountering him, so... One of the only ways how you even can get water damage. And... well, you can't get it before Ifrit. Since he's weak to it, it's kind of silly. Your vision, for example, is 2210. It means that a person with no vision can read from 210 feet away. You need to be within 20 feet of roughly. I see. That's kind of a weird way of putting that, but I suppose that makes sense. Yaga spends hours of those runs going through this place. You know, it's a good place to get elixirs. Yes, in this case, we actually for once don't want elixirs. Well, I still take them, but we are mainly looking for the flame scrolls of those psycho head enemies. Usually it's elixirs, but it's just flame scrolls here. The ninja is powerful enough that we don't really need them, but we kind of need the other tools to work with. Or want them anyways. What we could also consider is throwing a shuriken at Soul Cannon in particular. Specifically one of the launchers. We should be able to one-shot the launcher with throwing a shuriken at one of them. Which I don't think we can one-shot a launcher with the lightning scroll. I think we need two of them. So the idea would be just taking out one launcher guaranteed. So that means we only need to dodge one of the rockets instead of two, by chance. I think that would make a lot of sense. The hunt can see 20 people, others would see at 15. So that's better than average vision, I guess. That how that works? That head needs a therapist. I think that head needs a lot of duct tape to keep it together, honestly. Or maybe the rest of the body would help too. This encounter is not lucrative enough for me to stay around for it. I'm just gonna go. I'm not looking for elixirs. Normally I would love this encounter because it's the highest probability of getting elixir per enemy. But I'm really looking just for the flame scrolls. I saw something off the corner of my eye, but I was reading chat, so I wasn't sure whether I got a flame scroll or not, and I checked. Nope. In France it was 10 out of 10 last time you went to the doctor. I don't think that's how it works, Leslie. uh, oh, an elixir and a flame scroll. Nice. One more of these. Also, how much HP? 381. That is more than enough to survive the flame fire tooth, so that's good. Don't really even have to worry about these. Go away. You can't say you're a big fan of the ninja sprite. The leg looks almost like a plunger or something. It seems off. A plunger of a leg? Now that you mention it, it does look a bit weird. I mean, pretty much every character though has these kind of legs. Another elixir. Go away. Just need one more. You should not be able to hear the ad that I just went up in the background on my end, do you? Just checking. Kara and Lena, I don't really remember how they look. Kara sprites are all adorable. Kara sprites just look very different than any other characters. Because it's like she is way closer to the camera than any other character. Also, before I forget about it, let's actually find an equip image. There's not really any difficulty to run away from any encounters in these sections. As a 3/4 or 3/4 type view rather than a profile. But that affects sense, yes. But also, she is supposed to be like a lot younger and smaller as a result. But she has the same size as all the other characters too. scroll? No scroll. This is probably the first cactus since... Since a long time? Maybe even Blue Mage? Where I didn't care about the damage calculations for physical damage output. Like, sure, I could probably improve certain things here and there by a little bit, but because the ninja is so strong, it's much less relevant that I optimize it to that extent. We don't need as strong of an image as we proved against Gabula. Oh yeah, about that. Well, that was more of... Well, I just threw my resources away I gathered earlier, so I just need to go and grab new ones. But I just really did not want to increase the death counter, because I feel like the ninja has the potential to just go with the least amount. We will probably die at the very least once against the likes of X-Death at the end of World 2 and 3. But everything else has the potential to just not cause any deaths at all. Which is very unique, I have to say. At least you had a memorable moment. Sure, we can go with that. My instinct was to just reset, because I did just save before the Galura boss fight. It would have taken me less than 30 seconds to get back there. But that +1 on the death counter was just... no. I did not want to do that. You can definitely noticeably see how frequently we get these increases. Or how frequently we get the preemptives thanks to the increase that way around. Also we deal more damage now. No flame scroll though. Oh, come on. Another preemptive. Another one of these fights. I'm pretty happy about that. Bonk. I mean, it's almost a 1 in 4 chance to get a preemptive strike, but this is kind of silly right now. I mean, I guess we also did get a bunch of back attacks, which is only 1 in 16, as opposed to 3 in 16 for preemptive. But still. And we even gained a level in the meantime. More maximum HP. Pretty good. We might lose some damage through the agility formula sometime. You know what, I'm just gonna plug in the numbers into the calculator while I'm doing this. Might as well. Where is my calculator? Oh, it's still next to the cannoneer. Right. Not like that cannon. Excuse me, not like the cannoneer needed it. So, Ninja has 42 strength, well 43 now actually. 41 agility. Alright, our multiplier not with a sword but with dagger are at level 18 is actually our maximum damage output. What level are we? I think we just reached 16. Level 18 we get our really good damage output and then we actually lose damage again at level 19 and 20. You're not currently not able to be left into the food box. So we can put you into the food box, you're saying. Nice. So we can let you into the food box. I think that's gonna be fine. Yes, but not currently. Yes, you're not currently not able, so you're currently able. Right? That's how it works. Jagabot doesn't accept you as food. What kind of message should we put in for Lethe as a food box item? How about snakes? Does it have to be snakes? Wait. Something about bad puns or choice, probably. Probably. I'll think of it. Maybe. Indiana Jones reference? I don't know many of those. I know the fridge thing is a thing even though I've never actually seen that particular movie, curious enough. The fridge scene was genuinely really bad. I have no idea. We've gotten the first two flame scrolls rather quickly. The last one, well, it seems to take its time. We are level 16. Alright, we could get 2 more. But we will get a bunch more once we actually get to the Black Chocobo anyways. Because we will just use lightning scrolls and farm for a while against Black Flames. So that's not gonna be a concern. Secret is near, you have to put your food away. Yeah, that is recommended. The rabbit heard something about a secret. He remembers something dangerous. A secret! Uh-oh. I don't think I've ever seen that one rock. Uh-oh. So anybody who has something that is just bite-sized for a rabbit, keep in mind the rabbit has a pretty big, well, bite. Make sure you hide it. Make sure you hide your mugs, your wallets, your apples, anything that is food related or just kind of smells like food, because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of romps going on in just a moment here. Because, yeah. Either way, Rumperate has been unleashed, so... Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody, please make sure you stow away your food, your items, your wallet, your keys, anything that is rump-sized, because Rumperate has been unleashed. Rump. Also, they are always hungry. Like, they could have just eaten a full meal, passed out from food coma, and then they are awake again because they're hungry. They always eat something. Rump. You were gonna hide in the parade. I think you would just get swept away in the wave, if you ask me. In the wave of rumps. I guess we don't need 3. If I reach level 18, and we have not yet gained the Flame Scroll, I'm going to just go at this point, because we will easily deal enough damage to deal with Fib loss anyways. Although 18 is really far away, but I feel like the Flame Scroll is kind of taking its time, and it's definitely possible that it's gonna take that long. Magic word that creates food. Yay. Shake. Can somebody tell me why I'm so sleepy? I started the stream today, Retropolis, where it's just like, alright, let's do this. And now just like almost dozing off. Not sure. On a more random note, tomorrow, kind of fairly late actually into the night, I will have another Zelda randomizer race in the international tournament this time, however. Not like a raid drop rain is the most engaging thing to do. I guess that's fair, but at the same time it does not usually take this long. The ship graveyard. I mean, I'm shipping away to the eternal sleep. Okay, that was a bad one. I tried. I'm not good at this. What are we grinding for? We are just looking for one more flame scroll from the Psycho Head enemies. It's a 1 in 16 drop chance. And that will something we will want to use against an enemy or a boss coming up anyways. Still none. We did get the first two relatively quickly, now we're just waiting for the third one. And yes, exactly what Thalfon says. I already had to, but I wasted both of them, kind of, because I forgot to equip Image on Galura, and throwing the Flame Scrolls was kind of one of my few ways of how I was able to recover there. I also used up a high potion. So a lot more than I would normally have to use, even without throwing anything, if I didn't derp. But I also really did not want to get a death, because I feel like the ninja could get a really, really low death count if I just played well. Which, well, that's certainly not part of it, playing well, that is. Do or do not, there is no try. I feel like there's a lot of trying. The result will be do or do not. But the process of trying to do is while trying. One is talking about the result, one is talking about the process. I mean, running away from my favorite encounter in here, just because I want to speed up the flame scroll acquisition process. I would guess I deal about 300 damage with physical attack with mithril knives on the boss. Then about half as much once he uses armor up, which he most likely will. So I need 3 or 4 physical attacks. and 3 flame scrolls would be sufficient, unless I get the one from Liquid Flame. Alright, after this one here, I will probably be done with this grind for now. Okay, it's fine. We'll get the things eventually. Actually, I even get a Guardian Dagger, which deals even more damage. Yeah. Okay, I think we can do with just 3 Flame Scrolls. We might actually even get an additional multiplier for magic power. So this is probably not as big as a problem as I think it would be. I was just thinking, throwing Flow of Flame Scrolls would just solve the problem entirely. But we can do without as well. It is certainly a possibility. So there's technically an armor upgrade that we can get in Karnak, but I'm not going to get it. Because we do get +1 strength on current equipment piece. So even though this is gonna be less strength, I do not really aim to have worries about physical defenses, so to speak. So these wild knacks actually give a good amount of money if you want to defeat them for money purposes, but the experience that you get on the field out here against eagle and grass turtles is significantly better. Before we fight anything, however, we want to at least get the weapon upgrade to mithril daggers, because they are a fair bit stronger than what we have currently. But also before that, as I said, I'm just kind of dozing off here, so I feel like that might be a sign for me to stop, get outside and run around for a while. So I think I'm gonna end the stream here for today. Bit of a shorter one than I intended it to be, but I hope to get back to this sooner rather than later. And remember to vote on the straw poll that kind of has pretty much no effect at all, because we are going to be playing Berserker next. That will be happening at the end of the year. We will be starting somewhere around New Year, and then just Berserk for 2 weeks straight. That is gonna be the goal. I hope it will work out, and I might make a little event out of it if I can somehow do this. And I will also want to upgrade or update the spreadsheet a little bit, so I have all the throw values for all the weapons, so I'll do that while I'm just walking around too. So everybody, thank you so much for watching, for listening and for lurking. I hope you enjoyed your stay one way or another, and hopefully until next time, take care and good night.